Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dren, and here today, what we're going to do is I'm going to talk to you guys about starting your character in Lineage to Revolution. So, what I've done is I've made a new account and I leveled it up just a little bit. I haven't done anything too crazy with it. I've been trying to hold on to it to save it for this moment. And what I want to do is take you guys through the basics. So, essentially, I just logged into the account right now and I'm going to just obviously collect my daily login stuff. So my daily, my monthly login. So I made this character almost 2 weeks ago, and I haven't really done anything with him. I leveled him up till he finished his character selection quest, and I chose to be an elder. I did that for several purposes later. Down the road, I'll talk to you guys about why. So first things I'm going to do is I'm going to collect up everything. So on a daily basis, you get certain things that you can do with your accounts every time. And first thing I always do is I always try to come get my free chest when I log in. So I'm going to go ahead and open these. And A grades are really, really, really good to pull out of chests. And that's because the first thing you really want to do, and I got an A grade out of a low grade chest. So that's insanely crazy good. Normally I only get C's out of that. So that's pretty awesome. So one of the first things you do when you make your account, and everybody gets all confused, just so you guys know, I have been playing this account now for a little while. I've saved up a lot of Adina just because I haven't really spent anything. I haven't done anything too crazy. What I have done is I got his two basic weapons that I want to carry to the end, and that's only because I know what they are. And for what purpose this character is going to serve me, he's going to be farming for me. A lot of field farming, a lot of dungeon farming. That's all that this character is going to do. So, as you can see, I haven't really spent a lot of time. All he's wearing are level 1s. These are all level 1s except for his weapon, which is a level 2. And essentially all these are combines that have failed to turn themselves into rares. Now, what is a rare? So, a rare item, and I'll show you guys my other account real quick, just so you guys can get a grasp of it. So, rare items have these blue backgrounds, okay? Let me turn off my webcam for just a second. So rare items have these blue backgrounds, as you can see. The idea that you want to do is get all rares for your gear. You want to get all your rares done right away as fast as possible. Now, as you can see, this guy's level 139. I still have S trinkets on him, S accessories, as they call in this game. Trinkets, accessories, to each their own. And I'm over 400k CP on this guy already. My main is almost 700k now. So, for the purpose of what we're going to be doing here, I want to talk to you guys about combines and how to start focusing and pushing that. So, how do you get A's? Well, there's several ways to get A's in the game. One, through questing. Normally, you get lower grade items questing with these characters when you first start. The other way to do that is by elite dungeon farming. Once again, the rares aren't the A's aren't very common in Elite Dungeons. One of the best things you can do is Temple Guardian. Now, Temple Guardian is really good for this purpose, and we're going to go ahead and pop our queue here, and we're going to run through our Temple Guardian. So Temple Guardian is really good, and you want to shoot for the triple S score. You get more loot boxes that way. You get more drops that way. So I want to make sure that I am set to distant. I was going to say, I don't see anybody here. So for this purpose, let me turn up my game settings. Alright. So we're going to run through this. Now, one of the main things is you only get 2 shots at this every day for free. So you really don't want to AFK it. You don't want other people to AFK it. You get 2 loot chests out of this, which have a chance to give you anything from A to R, or I think it's like C to R grade, or B to R. I think you're guaranteed a B. So I'll tell you what the loot chest says after it's done. But this is a really good way to get A's. A's are fairly common to get from Temple Guardian, so this is one way that you can get A's. So while you're in here and you see that you're not autoing around too much, you can go ahead. If it's full, it's full. Friends are really good, and this will be for another guide. We'll go over about clans and stuff, so I'll talk to you guys about that. You can pick up your buffs. Buffs are going to be really helpful for Temple Guardian here. So this one's the very easy. It's not anything to really be too concerned about. But CP grinding is essentially one of the main things that everybody always has the biggest problems understanding in the game. And to do it effectively and to be Adina efficient, you're going to want to combine until you make rares. You don't want to use your upgrade stones for anything except for upgrading rares. Rares, again, are the blue item backgrounds, the blue background items. So you combine everything else that's normal, and you use your stones to upgrade rares. And there's a reason for that. Initially, when you start the game, you're probably not going to have the Fortress Seed Shop, which we'll talk about later. You're not going to have a whole bunch of other ways that give you easy access to these items. So the most efficient way for you to do that is to combine. So combining is the number one way, and the number one thing I recommend to all new players to just get out of the way is to just start doing it from level 1. Save everything, combine A's. You only want to combine A's because rares only start at S. They do R and SR combines, but they're very Adina inefficient. So Adina inefficiency is one of the main problems that new players have with the game because they spend all their money upgrading gear that does them really, really poorly in the end game state. And they're always behind the power curve, and they can't understand why they can't gain the CP that they want to gain, and they have a lot of issues understanding why they're so far behind the game and everybody else. So that's because they probably haven't combined their rares. They're probably building the wrong accessory set. So accessories come with substats. There's a reason that Nascent is the most preferred set in the game, which I'll go over all the substats, all the upcoming substats with you guys in a later time, because currently we're in the 180 patch. So if you can and you're just getting into this game, I would honestly wait for the new server to come out, because you're not really going to have a whole lot of fun being behind everybody else at this point. So one of the main things is combine your gear until you get rares. That's one of the main things you really want to do, and hopefully one of these times I can save up enough. I'll farm on this guy. I have enough Adina where I should be able to save up for a few, and I'll try to get some combines done. Maybe if I can get these TGs done before the recording's done, because I think I'm limited to 15 minutes per video on YouTube, I can show you guys at least one, and hopefully we'll get it. I believe it's like a 30% combine rate chance that you get for a rare, so it's going to be a pretty tough call to see if we do make it. The other thing is accessories. Initially, you don't really need to burn anything in accessory upgrades. Wait for what you want, combine them as well, and it's your preference where you choose to use upgrade stones for this one. So, I'm sorry, that was pretty gross. So what you guys want to do there is save all your accessories that you get in game, all the upgrade items that you possibly get, everything that you get out of this, and you want to combine them until maybe A is a really good place to start using accessory stones to upgrade. Accessory stones to upgrade are going to be huge because they're not as common drops in the game, and they're really hard to get. Accessories are very uncommon drops in the game. They do drop in dungeons, but they're not always going to drop. You're not guaranteed to get them. All right, so we finished up. I think we got an SS, which is fine. This is the very easy one. Oh, we got an S. I got 5 gears. That's even worse. Usually the really low one's really bad for drop rates. I'm not going to do my other one. Let's see if we can get something going for you guys here. Every time you get a varnish select, always take it for accessory. For this purpose, for this video, I'm going to take an armor one. Hopefully I can finish upgrading an armor piece for you guys. We'll open this. I got a B staff. I was hoping I could get more armor slots. Okay, there's another B varnish. Maybe I have 30 boots. I don't know if I'm going to have enough to get this to 30. I really don't want to do this, but I will try to get something so I can combine for you guys on this video to kind of give you an idea of what you want to do and what the focus should be. So, really bad decisions to do that. Don't spend A's to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the combine setting, hit armor. Whatever item goes in the left-hand slot, pay attention, S armor. But if I put boots there, S boots. So whatever item's in the left-hand slot, that's what your combine's going to give you. So ideally, you want to get your chest first. So we'll try to combine for our chest and see if we get lucky enough to get it. Hey, right for YouTube. That's amazing. Great. That's exactly what I wanted to show you. So immediately that is said done. So we got our first rare slot, and that really helps us out because that's what we're trying to do. So you want to get the other items that match this video right here, and that's actually really cool that happened. It's like a 30% chance. So I've done a couple combines, and that's where all these S's have come from. But this is the ideal situation that you want right here. You want to get your rare, and you want to have that done, so that way you don't have to worry about anything else. And I'm really glad that happened for the video. So that right there is going to save you a lot of time in the long run. So now all the armor stones that I get, I can use to upgrade my chest piece. So I can do this by farming elite dungeons and getting Bs and just using Bs till I upgrade it. Don't use your A's to upgrade, and any failed, so like this S armor over here that failed, I can use that as what they call fodder to upgrade other things. So I can upgrade my chest piece now. So now I can start leveling my gear because it's Adina efficient. It affects my combat power, and I'm going to wear this even after I get to 180. So that is ideally what you want to go for here in this situation. So I hope that you guys understand that combining is the first step. You want to get all of your rares done and out of the way. The second thing that you guys can do to make all that Adina every day, and you guys always ask me this question, but your quest scrolls. You only want to do A grade quest scrolls. So do this, keep farming, keep grinding, guys. That's how you get it done, and hopefully you guys have RNGesus bless you, and you guys can make your rares as well. So next time, what we're going to do is we'll talk about everything else. The other thing I want to give you guys right now, heads up, new video coming, but don't burn stuff into your rune page. Notice my first page is 5 because it's cheap and it's a really high percentage rate, so you guys can finish this page off. I wouldn't go any more than just a couple into page 2, page 3, get your first page, and then stop. So just hold your runes until you guys finish combining and making your rare items. Once you guys get your rare items and you have no money to spend on a daily basis, that's when you start working on your runes. Runes are inefficient CP gain for the Adina that it costs to make them. So page 1's really easy. It's not that big a deal. You could knock that out. But do not burn a whole bunch into your rune page. And I'll show you guys as I continue to kind of work on this guy off YouTube. But right now, I promise you guys it's going to do you no good to spend your money there. Spend your money on upgrades. Upgrade your gear when you get your rares, and only combine for rares. That's what you guys should be doing. That's where all of your Adina goes. So all of your Adina should be going into that. Don't get depressed or discouraged if you don't get it. It will happen. You guys gotta work on it, because that's where you're gonna start gaining all of your CP from, guys. So until next time, we'll go over, what do we want to go over next? I'll ask you guys. Leave me a comment in the video. Let me know what you guys want to learn about next. We'll discuss it. We'll talk about it, and then I'll see you guys next week. All right, guys, stay classy.